What's up, guys? Fuck, what are we doing?
Welcome to the
Hold on,
Armorcast.
my brain is cutting back on. You can leave that in. I don't care. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Armorcast. We are chatting up today with a guest? Question mark? Maybe. I don't know if you count her as a guest. But this is Sam. Say hello, Sam, and introduce yourself a little bit. Talk about what you like, who you are.
Hello, I'm Sam, as has been broadcasted. I love video games, um, and I play D&D with all of the folks here today.
Yeah.
So I like, tabletop RPGs as well. And my latest obsession has been Boldak Korean ramen.
Ooh, that's the spicy
Good
one, right?
It is the spicy one.
How much spicy do you put in your spicy noodles?
So about that, there's different levels of spicy, and one of them is the 2 times spicy, and I love spicy food. I'm like, oh, I can handle it for sure. Well, one time I made 2 packages of the 2 times spicy noodles and ate them both. I laid up in my bed. I swear I was like sweating. My mouth was on fire, and I was just like, I'm not going to live through this. I did.
Down for the count.
Yeah, down for the count. I'm no slouch, and it's hot.
That sounds like my worst nightmare, to be totally honest with you.
Not a fan of spicy food.
I cannot handle spice.
I can handle a little spice. I just don't care for the flavor of spice, honestly. I'm more of like a sour kind of person. So regular spices, it's fine. Like a mild spice, yeah, it's a little bit of flavor. But like, I just don't understand how people eat hot food, like actually hot food, and just like enjoy the flavor of it, other than the fact that it's hot.
I'm just
Yeah,
a pathetic creature who cannot handle one singular red pepper flake. It will put me down.
Mm.
I'll say heat for heat's sake isn't good, but spice that has flavor behind it is the correct kind of spice. But like spice just for the fact that you want it to be spicy and not for a purpose is unnecessary.
yeah,
That's
I'm the
fair.
opposite. If food's not spicy, I don't see the point.
One of them Tabasco gals, she'd be putting that stuff in everything.
I don't think I've ever had Tabasco sauce before.
I've never tasted Tabasco sauce.
You're not missing anything. We had the great Tabasco debate. Let me just get myself canceled yet again. I'll say that hot sauce in everything is stupid, and hot sauce is barely a sauce. And I'll just say that. I'll let the people speak for themselves, but I think hot sauce is stupid. You know, there are hot sauces that are hot sauces, but like Tabasco, Texas Pete, all of that shit, barely a sauce. You're no better than the ketchup people. That's what I say. You're literally the same people. You
Well,
just
now
chose a
I'm
different
offended
thing.
because I'm a ketchup people.
Yeah, all the ketchup people are the fucking same as the hot sauce people. It's just a different flavor.
I don't
Boring.
disagree with that.
Wow.
With the way you stated that, I thought hot sauce people and ketchup people were different. I would say
Nah, they're
hot
the
sauce
same.
people. No. Hear me out. Ketchup people are children and autists. Hot sauce people are wannabe foodies. That's how I thought of it.
Wow.
Now, I
Those are the
recognize hot
experiences
sauce. There
I've
are
had.
hot sauce people, and I consider those the, Tabasco, Texas Pete, mild sauce from Taco Bell, those kind of people. There are also hot sauce people who are like, I go to the Asian market and the Indian market, and, I go to little stores and I look for like the interesting bottles of like different types of spices. Those
Right.
people are fine. I'm not targeting those people. I'm targeting, oh my god, I put hot sauce on my fries and I put it on my mac and cheese and
put
it's
it
the
on my
same thing,
sushi.
and my sushi, and it's the same thing that the ketchup people do. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, at least makes sense for sushi, because sushi is sort of just a vehicle for sauces.
I like sushi. I just eat that shit raw. No soy sauce, no wasabi, no nothing.
I'm not
I
a
think
soy
it's
sauce
good.
Raw
enjoyer.
fish.
Well, I like the taste of. Well, it's got like vegetables and shit in it, and sometimes it has like cream in it, or it's fried and it comes with a sauce on it. Like, but I don't dip. I'm not a dipper like that. when it comes to
Okay,
sushi.
I
I'm
must
a
admit
differ.
I've never eaten sushi because it kind of squicks me out. I think what I was thinking of is called nigiri,
Probably.
Nigiri would be raw fish, yes, right?
just like
Isn't that what
raw
that is?
fish on a piece of rice.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I ain't
there's
never done that shit.
sashimi, and then there's sushi, and then there's like the fried shit. It kind of depends.
Sashimi's just
Nigiri is,
the fish, right?
I think so, yes.
Sashimi
Sashimi's
is
just
just
the fish. Nigiri is just the fish on a little rice ball.
Yes.
I think so. And then
Okay.
sushi is pretty diverse. I mean, I like a dragon roll or like a spider roll are my like basic favorite kind of rolls. Like those are the ones that almost everywhere has, like a crunchy roll, a dragon roll, a spider roll. Those are pretty plain.
What's
Those are kind of my. A dragon roll is got eel and a sauce, and it can be fried or not. A spider roll is it's a little. I think it's a spicy mayo with. I don't remember what the meat is, but it's like got some either seaweed for like black flakes or something. But I don't know. They're both good.
I
I don't remember
see.
off the top of my head. A dragon roll though, I usually have fried, and it's usually like shrimp and eel. So it's
I
got like the little tail of the shrimp. Good stuff.
yes, the scrimp tail.
Now I tried to do a little bit. I'm gonna do a better time on making sure that we're sitting about an hour. So I looked at the time about 4:15. So I'm gonna use that as my base point here. But we do kind of have what might be a longer topic today, so I want to jump into it. I haven't quite settled on the title here, but we're gonna play a game, quote unquote, a game. It's a topic game I call "Sell Me Your Soul." So my players today have received a link to a fun little page that we will put in the description, and then somewhere we will put the screenshot or the picture in case you want to look at it. But it's called "About Me Video Games," and it is a 5x4 grid of 20 different categories of games. And if our people here want to actually fill it out, we might post that as well somewhere that you can see it. But for the most part, we're just going to be talking about it today. This is not a contest. This is not a shit on other people's ideas. But this is really just a fun space that we're going to talk about our childhood. We're going to talk about our opinions on things. You can agree or disagree. It's fine. A lot of these are going to be very personal, and that's the point. And your job as a player is to sell me your game, but not for the purpose of me buying it, but for the purpose of me understanding what makes it your choice. Some examples of categories, and I'll just go randomly here so that they're not in the order that we're going to do them. Your favorite game, maybe the most overrated game in your opinion. What game has the best antagonist or your favorite antagonist from a game? Not usually your type of game, but this one, it worked for you. Best retro, stuff like that. So we're going to go through these different topics. And I think we're going to start bottom right, and we're going to go right to left up to the very top with the last thing that we do, your favorite game ever. Obviously, I'm putting a little pressure on people to come up with these ideas in the moment. So this list is not finalized. Someone might say, well, it's hard for me to decide on what my favorite game is. Maybe I've got one or two. Totally fine. We're going to just kind of freeball a little bit, and we'll go through and we'll let everyone talk. If you don't have a strong opinion on one of these categories, don't answer it, right? Because you're not gonna defend it well. You're not gonna care as much. So if you don't have a main idea for like best soundtrack, that's fine. Well, that'll save us time. We're already doing a lot of these categories for three people, and I'll chime in where I have opinions on what mine are, and we'll just kind of go through. Does anyone want to go first at a game everyone should play? A game that you really like, or you think is generalist enough that everyone should play it, or it has a specific meaning that you think everyone should be a part of? What's a game that you think everybody should play?
I got one.
Go for it, Colin. I spaced
Skyrim.
these out horribly on my list. Skyrim.
I
I
agree.
know that most people who've played a video game have played Skyrim. It came out when
A
video
billion
games,
times.
yeah, a billion times, first of all. But when it did come out, pretty much everybody had access to games in some way because it came out on every platform multiple times. Uh, it's like the quintessential RPG. And those who haven't played it, when they do play it, they're like, "Oh shit, I was missing out." At least everyone that I'm aware of and I've seen on the internet.
So you just think that it's because it's such a staple in like the lore of video games that everyone should play it?
It's an icon. It's an icon of
It
gaming.
is. Okay. And any other you guys got anything else on Skyrim, or is that a solid agreement?
So I have a very different answer.
Yeah, go for
Um,
it.
because I'm sort of thinking in the vein of like everyone should play this, and so that includes non-gamers, people who wouldn't normally enjoy
Mm,
video games.
Yeah.
And I think that like this is, maybe the meme take, but I think Among Us is just such a quintessential gamer experience that everybody should play it once with their friends. Cause for such a simple concept of a game with simple graphics and not a whole lot going on, it can devolve into such chaos, like the accusations against comrades, the deception. I think as like the quintessential gaming experience, that's something anybody can enjoy.
Okay.
I'm so bad at those games. I'm too trusting.
Dude, I'm
Anytime,
bad at them too.
yeah. I haven't played Among Us, but I've played Blood on the Clock Tower. And
Right.
anytime someone tells me something, I'm just like, oh yeah, no, I believe you. Yeah, for sure. And I always get screwed over by it.
I'm
Maybe
very bad at social deduction games because I'm not only bad at lying, I'm bad at telling when other people are lying.
Yeah.
maybe even slightly in the same vein, but maybe different from Among Us. Like Town of Salem. Like
Yeah,
Oh
that would be
yes.
kind of
Yes.
the OG,
Oh
the
yeah.
yeah,
Mafia. I
absolutely.
mean, we've all Mafia is a game that a lot of people have played sometime in their life in some form. But yeah, those type of games are very accessible to everybody. It's a good thing. Sam, do you have a suggestion or no strong feelings?
Not for this one, no.
All right, totally fine. So games that everyone should try. Bethesda's Skyrim Deluxe Enhanced Ultimate Special Edition re-release HD Enhanced on the
Anniversary.
Of
Switch 2
Yes.
one.
anniversary. Yes. Yeah, you can find it anywhere. It's probably on damn mobile. If you pirate it, no one will judge you. Let's see. Nostalgic childhood game. So I want to be careful about this category. This is not your favorite childhood game. This is a game that you are very nostalgic for. So that feeling of nostalgia of the experience of watching it over. I actually have a. I will go first on this one. A big thing for when I was younger and like in I want to say maybe middle school and high school. One of the things that me and my brothers did is we would wake up about 2 hours before we were supposed to go to school, and we weren't really supposed to be awake yet. But what would you do is we would get up really, really early before school, and we would get on our little Xbox, and we would play Modern Warfare 2. And we had such a great time doing it. We didn't have online connection. We didn't have like Xbox Live or anything. But what we would do is we would hop into Rust, the great map, and we would try to complete all of the challenges that we could that didn't really rely on multiplayer that you could do with like two or three people. So we'd all hop on Rust and we would sit there, shooting our riot shields or throwing knife each other or like max leveling all the guns, and we would just have a good time together really early in the morning, really quietly, the volume of the TV off, and just sitting there in the darkness. We got caught a couple times, and we were told to go to bed. And we would just kind of stealth move it up. But I have a lot of nostalgia for that game. But obviously, not the best game. It is maybe one of the best Call of Duties, depending on who you ask. But that is a thing that I'm like, I remember just getting up really early before school and playing video games with my brothers. That one's going to be mine.
I've definitely got one. I would say in a similar vein of just like having that childhood memory, that family connection. My mom would play the Legend of Zelda games with me and my sister before we were old enough to play them ourselves. And I distinctly remember playing Wind Waker on the GameCube. And it was mostly my mom and my sister doing the playing, and I was just kind of there because I'm the younger sister, so I didn't know how the game worked. But like the Toon Link art style has sort of become synonymous with good childhood memories for me, because that was like the first thing me and my sister really bonded over, was playing video games together, playing The Legend of Zelda together. Because my sister would be the one sitting there with the controller playing the game, but I was like her puzzle doer. If she couldn't get a puzzle, she would turn to me and be like, "What's happening? Help." Uh and I remember being so scared of the Ganondorf design in that game when I was a kid, and looking back at it as an adult, I'm like, this is the goofiest thing I've ever seen, but I still love it so much.
It's Goofy Boy again, and he's had a lot of forms.
Just like Kara, my answer is also Legends of Zelda. Mine is Ocarina of Time. And
Hell yeah.
yeah, for the same reasons that you guys said, my stepdad and I, it was one of the first games that we really bonded over. And after my parents got married. And this was back in the day. I'm a bit older than the rest of the people here. And we would print out the guides to the game. And
You needed them.
yeah, they were hard. And
Those games were hard.
my stepdad would play and I would read the guide to him while he played. So I was kind of the navigator and he was the player.
Mm.
And my fondest memory of that game is when Link becomes an adult. And it was
Magical
a
Girl
school night.
transformation.
Yeah, it was a school night, and you leave the Temple of Time, and you can see like everything is desolate. There are zombies. Death Mountain is on fire, and I had to go to bed right when that happened. And I was like, "No, let me stay up. I need to know what happens. It's so good."
Mm-hmm.
Mine is Star Wars Battlefront 2, the 2005 version. So I remember playing specifically with my brother and my dad, and sometimes my uncle or whatever friends would come over, and we would just play the Moss Eisley map where you could be the heroes and not just the the grunts or whatever the map is. So it's the one with the unique abilities. And I would just I vividly remember like the ship that landed in the open area that crash landed, just always jumping up there and parkouring up there as a kid all the time, or running around in like the little ship repair bay and like
Yeah.
just running around that little arena, a dog rolling my brother and then getting dog rolled by my dad.
That's how it goes. Yeah. Next category is a little vague. So I'm going to count this as anything before PlayStation 3 or like Xbox 360. But we're going to do best retro game. And so you tell me, how far back you want to go. Retro, kind of vague at this point. So best retro game. If you need a moment, I have an answer, though I don't know.
I
It's
think an
not
example would help.
controversial.
I got one.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Colin. Let's hear what you got first.
Super Mario 64.
That
yeah.
is so. That is a big thought. In terms of what if you were to actually give me the true list of best retro games, Super Mario 64 is somewhere up there. I personally, in the same vein, my answer for me personally would be Super Mario Sunshine, which I think is just a uh, also maybe most underrated or kind of overlooked games is Super Mario Sunshine. A lot of people didn't play it, at least a lot of modern people, especially just because it is on such an older console. And they did bring it back to the Switch, but only in a form that was a very like limited time thing. with their and if 25th anniversary pack, I want to say the one that came with 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. Maybe I think that's the 3 games that are in it. But yeah, Super Mario Sunshine, really big game for my childhood. I played the absolute shit out of that game. Also, again, another Mario game that was hard. That was when games were still hard. They didn't tell you a lot, but like running through Delfino Plaza, and kind of that world exploration in a Mario game versus like a lot of the 2D Mario games that you play that are just going to be like, you go level to level and you pick up like a little bit of the setting, but there's something about just like the beach environment and being able to see stuff that you don't have access to yet. Like, oh, I need this upgrade for the spray gun. I need one of the nozzles, or like there's a Yoshi egg. How do I get that? Oh, there's a thing way in the distance, and there's all these puzzles and kind of world building and stuff. And just the fucking music was so good. So that would be my call.
Jumping off of that, when I was little, I used to have my dad gave me his old Game Boy Advance, and I had
Mm.
a Mario game for it. I think it was called Super Mario World, and it was unbelievably difficult. Like, I'm pretty sure if I played it
Yep.
today, I still would not be able to get past level 7. I remember level 7 is like these jumping Easter Island heads that just decimated you. But gosh, that game was so fun, and I remember trying so hard to make progress in it, trying so hard to get better at it, and I think that was, like, one of the first video games that I really had to try hard at, and I have so many fond memories of that. I would take that Game Boy Advance with me everywhere.
I loved my Game Boy Advance. I have bought a lot of handhelds that emulate it, like retro handhelds for emulation.
Yeah, I
I
really
love
wish I
my.
still had it. It it was fine up until I think like 2018, but it had gotten put in a box in the basement and the batteries corroded and busted and it was just trashed and God, that makes me so sad.
I had mine was a silver Game Boy Advance SP was the one that I had the
Ooh.
clamshell. I love clamshells.
Mine
So
was
is that your best retro game, or do you have something else?
it's probably the only game that I've played that I would consider a retro game.
Fair enough. Sam,
Well, since we're considering PS2 as game console in this conversation,
I
which
think so. Yeah,
I mean at this point, kind of, it's old.
we're almost 4 generations past it because PS6 and Xbox Helix are like already announced to some degree. So
I would have to say Final Fantasy X. And honestly, looking at the list of categories here, this could fit a lot of them for me.
mm,
It's just one of the most beloved Final Fantasy games. The music's great, the art direction's great, the story is pretty good. I have a lot of memories. I guess I'm nostalgic for it as well, just playing it with my family and being so excited to come home and play it on the first day of Christmas break. And yeah, that would be the one for me.
that is a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. I was never a big into Final Fantasy like as a whole, but my brother was, and I think he's played most, if not all of them.
Yeah,
Um,
I've played quite a few of them myself.
yeah, you're a big Fantasy 14 head.
I am, and that's probably going to come up later.
Yeah, we'll hit it in one of these higher categories.
Yep.
So if we're looking at the next category, might be difficult. It just kind of depends on what you're looking at here. So best with friends category, I'll start again. I'm gonna give you a quick and dirty answer, which is just Mario Kart as a whole. But I specifically would refer to again another GameCube legend that has never resurfaced is Mario Kart Double Dash. The
Yes.
best
Yes.
Mario Kart
Yes.
because you are a
Absolutely.
team. It is you and your bro, and you can swap seats. It's not just I'm the driver, unless it's just like, bro, you suck at driving, I'm the driver. But your back guy, he throws your items, he can fucking punch others if you're a heavyweight. He can like sling you with the punch to kind of do like drift tech and stuff. Mario Kart Double Dash and Mario Kart as a whole would be my pick.
That's Mario Kart Double Dash is, oh my god, it was an amazing game.
We need a Switch version. We need a Double Dash 2 or something. Like call it Mario Kart Switch because you swap places. Like I don't care.
Just give it back. That's all that
Give it
matters.
Give it back.
Actually,
Anything best with friends?
I actually find
Gosh.
this category kind of hard just because like today there are so many good games out
There's
to play
so
with people.
many.
Like a lot.
Stardew Valley,
Mhm.
Minecraft.
I was thinking more along the lines as you call them the friend swap games.
Yeah,
Oh
like-
yeah, so many friend slops. Yeah.
So many friend swap games. But when you said Mario Kart, you brought to mind Mario Party. And
Yep.
I am a beast at that game. It's one of my favorite to play with other people, partially because I know I can beat everyone.
Mm.
Don't play the original Mario Party with me.
Yeah. That's okay. I see how it is. Friend slop. What? So, Kara, if you want to give a best for friends game, and then maybe we'll add a category, and we'll just do a quick best friend slop game. It's not on this
Okay,
list,
okay.
but
Best with friends. See, this is a tough one for me because I am a little bit of a control freak. I think anyone who has played games with me has noticed that I like to be in control, and so when it comes to games that are multiplayer, but the other players can impact your
freedom?
story progression, when it comes to, like, for example, Baldur's Gate 3, when it comes to Stardew Valley, I find myself getting really frustrated with playing those with other people, and that is a personal flaw and not a flaw of the games. But because of that, I don't think I have one, but I will have one for the friend slop category.
we'll go ahead and friend slop us.
Friend slop, the most fun I have ever had, and I'm sure this is a popular answer. I feel like it's it's certainly not the first of its kind, won't be the last, and it's not even the most special game ever, but I have had so much fun playing Peak. It's low poly, it runs horribly, it heats up my computer like a jet engine, but it is so fun. There have been so many late nights where it's like 2 in the morning and I know that nobody's awake except our good friend who is in a different time zone, Stan. And I'll just message Stan and be like, hey, do you want to play Peak with me? And we'll play Peak for 3 or 4 hours together. And it's just good, stupid fun.
I personally, I despise that game.
Oh.
I think it was fun and I enjoyed it. I just didn't enjoy it as much as other people because I felt like after you do a couple of rotations of each map, and I played it before all the other like extra updates, and it was just like with the same 2/3 people,
Mhm.
and I didn't change up the group, so it might have been better if I was able to change up the group, but
That's fair, that's fair. I think
Yeah,
for me, it was more like it's like an idle thing to do with your hands while you're just hanging out with a buddy, and so it doesn't stress me out like Repo does, because I'm a pathetic little baby and can't handle horror games.
I
Yeah.
like Peak, but my problem with Peak is that I'm bad at Peak. And my friends would always run off and leave me behind. So I
Yeah,
spent
that's
most
why I
of my
don't like
time
it.
playing as a ghost. Which I
Oh,
know the problem there is like, well, your friends are assholes, not the problem with the game
Well,
itself, but
I think it's both though. Yes, your friends, like if they've played more than you have, they outpace you in knowledge and like skill by
sure.
such a large gap. But I also hate games where playing as a ghost ends up being the main mechanic if you die. Like I
that's fair,
don't
that's fair.
personally find it entertaining to sit through someone's possibly 15 to 30-minute run waiting on
Mhm.
them to die. It's like, all
And
right,
that is
well, make me a fucking squirrel or something. Make me something that's kind of useless, but I can like climb around and fuck with them for free. Like,
yeah, and that is totally a valid criticism. I think I just like Stan's such a cool dude. He would wait for me while I was fucking around. He would come pick me up when I inevitably
Aw,
fell off the mountain because I was bad at it.
that's
And
nice.
mm.
so, you know, if I had been playing with other people, I might have a different opinion. So maybe it's
And also
Stan
two
that made the
people
game good for me.
versus like four. When
Also
you
a
have
solid
four people, yeah, it starts to get a little chaotic and like resource use and stuff like that. But overall, it is one of the best friend slot games. I really can't argue that. Do we have any other good friend slot recommendations? Like, we'd be
Company.
remiss to not include Lethal Company, the mod potential, and everything. Yeah, exactly.
I do think Repo is a very good game. I'm just a little
Mhm.
piss baby.
Repo's pretty good. I wish we had more friend slot games that had a more roguelike or roguelite progression. So roguelike being the mechanic in which every run is completely new and unique and random. Roguelite is the concept of the same thing, but you have slow progressive upgrades. So a
Mhm.
game like Repo and Lethal Company are rogue like friend slot games, but I wish we had more where it was like you get like you start out with like 3 pockets, but if you've played part in the costumes that you have, part of the experience of that is that once you unlock them, it's a status symbol. Hey, I have an extra pocket because I played this game a lot, so I can help my friends play it better. Or you buy decorations in Lethal Company just for them to get fucking shunted out the ship. Like, why? I'd rather keep them. I'd rather them
That was one of
represent
the
my
things that
gameplay.
made me mad in Lethal Company.
You buy a TV and then you just watch it get gone. You're like, oh,
Gone.
bye, $500, bye. But yeah, so those games are good. Next category, kind of in the same vein sometimes. Games that you can turn your brain off to.
I have one for this.
Go for it.
Balatro.
I don't know how far into Balacha you're getting. Sometimes I gotta fucking pay attention. Jesus.
Yeah, once you get into the higher levels, like 11 plus ante, then yeah, you have to kind of log in. But it's, I find that it's just like the perfect game to throw a YouTube video or TV show on one screen and then play it on the other. Like you don't
Mhm.
have to like focus on a story. You don't have people yapping, music playing that's, distracting you. You just get in, play some cards. It's over in 20 minutes. You're in, you're
It's
out.
also just a good game. Yeah, and you can
It's
pick it
also
up
just a good
and
game.
leave it whenever you want. You
Yeah.
got to like put your phone down, or if you play on mobile or your computer, it'll just save it, and then you can just resume. It's good stuff.
My answer barely even counts. It's not even originally a video game. It's originally a card game, but you can certainly play it on the computer. So I think my favorite turn brain off just doing a little idle thing on the side is probably solitaire. I
Mhm.
got really into playing solitaire in college because I was having so much trouble shutting my brain off after finishing programming assignments. Because programming, engaged nature of it, the problem solving, I would find myself spinning on problems for hours and hours after the fact and couldn't relax. And I would just pull out my phone, pull up my solitaire app, and it takes just enough brain power that it stops my brain from doing other things.
Good answer. Good answer. Colin, got anything for this one?
Warframe.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. You can idle or you can just blow stuff up. That's good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you just turn your brain off, and for me personally, I've played it so much that I can just farm for relics or just farm for a material that I'll need when I really want to actually use my brain later
Hell
on.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's like put a YouTube video on, put an audiobook on, put a movie on, put something on, and keep it pushing.
It's a good game. It's a good game. It's pretty chill. Shout out Warframe. It's free. It's good shit. It's actually a good free to play model. Let's see. Might be a hard category here. Not usually my thing, but so this is a game that, maybe is not usually your genre, not usually the style of game you like to play, maybe the art style, something like that. This might be a hard one. Not usually my thing, but
I'm willing to go
Yeah.
go for it.
again. I've talked about it before. Spider-Man Remastered. Not usually my thing, but that shit was good.
Yeah, it's good.
That shit was good. I understand why people got mad that Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year instead of this one. It was good.
Yep.
For me, I would probably say Nier Automata. Like, excellent game, no notes, but I'm really bad at action games, so I don't usually play them. But I was intrigued enough by the story because of the FF14 crossover Alliance raid, Shadow FF14 again, that
We're not shouting that out. No.
Cut that right now.
Cut that out.
that I tried it out and was just honestly blown away. I just think it's an amazing game.
That's good. I don't really have one for this category. I think I'm myself very flexible in the games that I play. I've played Call of Duties, Legos, Baldur's Gates, puzzle games, card games, roguelikes, story games, fucking visual novels. I've done it all, so I don't really have a category of game that I don't really play. So I don't really have one for this one.
I think I do have one, and it's one that I've played with you a lot, specifically, Devon.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Party Animals.
Hell yeah. Party Animals.
I am not a fan generally of battle royale, quick play,
physics fighting games.
Yes, like that is not my style of game at all. But I have so much fun when I play it with you and we get up to the most ridiculous shenanigans. It's not a game you can play every day. It certainly gets old, but when we do play it, it's a good time.
There's something about that could go in my not best with friends, but really fun with friends category of just like the chaotic physics of sometimes just sucker punching someone and they just, you Saitama them and they just fly off into the distance and you're like, oh, I knocked them off the map. Or it's just like this guy in your lobby who's really good and everyone's like, fuck John, we gotta get John. He's on green team. Green team's gonna win.
Go ahead.
Okay, the first time I played that game, I didn't realize that there were teams. I thought it was I thought it was individual.
It depends on the mode.
So okay, well I was playing the team mode and
Nice.
I kept grabbing and throwing my best friend into the icy waters to his death.
Oof.
And finally he kind of blew up at me. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm having fun playing the game and I'm killing you." And he's like, "No, we're on the same team, idiot."
No.
There's something about like the sacrifice of your teammate sometimes. Like you'll do like a big haymaker swing and you'll just fucking clock them and they just are gone. You're like, oops.
So there's a game mode. It's not like really a game mode. It's like a chill, idle hangout mode where they put you in a cabin and there's like some card games and crap you can play.
The cabin is fun. I think it's called The Cabin.
When we went into the cabin, it was chaos. It was murder. I kept dragging Stan out into the snow to kill him.
It was winter. So the cabin has seasons and it was either 5 or 6 of us and then maybe a random or 2. Mm-hmm. But you can like pick up the tables and shit or you can sit at the seats and you can put your face in people's, card games. We picked up the pool table and we carried it downstairs and we kept trying to get it out the front door and it's not designed to do that. And then we tried to take it out the window and eventually we succeeded. And the game's plan for that, because it's not supposed to go outside, was to immediately rocket eject us And it just exploded and
Killed
like
all of us.
it killed everybody. And whenever you get knocked out in the game, you're usually down for a little bit and you wake back up. Occasionally you'll get like crit hit, like with a shovel or something. It just breaks your neck and you die. This is a cute game with no violence. But yeah, the table just blew up and like actually killed all of us. And we were like, oh, we spent 30 minutes trying to do this. We were like, all right, you got to push. I got to pull. Yeah, we're just like a group of different small cuddly animals trying to pick up a pool table.
The animals ragdolling all over the room as the table exploded.
Yeah, and you like if you dragged people out in the cold in the wintertime, they would freeze, like they would die.
I dragged Stan out like 20 times.
Yeah, it's a good game. Speaking of which, not best with friends, but just best multiplayer game in general. So this could be competitive, could be cooperative, could just be online, multiplayer in some capacity. Best multiplayer game.
I have one, and it's a tie between two games
Mm.
because it is Titanfall 2 and Call of Duty Black Ops 3. The multiplayer on both of those altered my brain chemistry as a teenager. I would wake up excited to be done with school before I went to school just so I could get home and move my PlayStation into a room that could connect to the Wi-Fi better for the couple hours before my parents got off work and I had to move it back and when I could play with my friends. 2016 high school Colin would not put down Call of Duty Black Ops 3 or Titanfall 2 multiplayer.
Yeah, those are good options.
This is going to be a weird one. I'm going to a weird place, guys.
Sure.
Wizard 101.
Huh.
I hate the company that makes it. I hate the microtransactions. I hate the pay to progress. But I love the whimsy of the game. And it was one of those games that, like, as a kid, I wanted to play it so bad, but my parents would not pay money for me to access the next area. So when I turned 18 and I had a part-time job, I was like, you know what I'm gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna buy Firecat Alley. I'm playing this game. No one can stop me anymore. And the rush of finally getting past that barrier that had stopped me for my whole childhood, it was so good. And I love just all the stupid kids in the game that get mad at you for just having fun. It's hilarious, every minute of it.
I have never played that game, and I never will. Just the outside presentation of the game is just repulsive. I see, and it looks like the most scrungy bullshit ever, and I'm like, yeah, I'm never even looking in there. I don't even want to know what it looks like on the inside.
No.
I know
It's
absolutely
like
nothing about that game.
The graphics suck. You can't, like, actually pick your character's name. It's one of those spinning wheel things where you have to, like, pick a first name from a set list, pick a last name from a set list. It's stupid. It's not a good game. Don't give them money. It's a horrible business practice. But, God, just something about it.
My friend really likes that game. He comes back to it like every year, every other year, and he plays it for a couple weeks.
I spent hundreds of hours in college, a college student, like 19 to 22 years old. That was the game I was playing in college.
That's cute.
And like,
that's cute. Wow.
Other than
aside from like, it's a cute story. I like it. Like, she was something she was passionate about, and it brought her joy, and she finally got to play the game that she wanted to play.
And also,
I know,
like,
but the way that you delivered it sounds so sassy. That's cute.
On the other side of the kids that are like, screw you for having fun and playing the game the way you want, you also occasionally come across just like the kindest, most helpful 10-year-old who is level 7,000 and like walks you through a dungeon. And I'm like, this is just the nicest child ever.
My mom said I could play for 30 more minutes so that I could help you get through this dungeon before I gotta go to bed. So,
Literally.
well, what do we got you? I'll go if we can. Yeah, we could totally beat that boss. It'd be totally cool. Yeah, that's fine. Look, hey, I'll give you this magic staff. It's actually what do we really wear? So, but I don't
This is
even need it. I have
literally
like,
OP.
what do we have like 10 of these because I play so much. But yeah, you probably need it. So you know what? You just have it. I don't want anything. There are a lot of children in video games that have like one game that they owned. Well, I'd say back in the day, it was a lot more common. These games don't really support that. But a lot of times when you were younger, you would just have like, you'd really only have a small selection of games you had access to. And so you ended up becoming some type of expert in that game. And, you met other people and you're like, well, I've played this game so much. I have all the shit here. I have the ability. I'll just give you this thing to make your life better. And then you felt so good because you were helping somebody. And, sometimes these kids are just nice and they just wanted to help people.
Like, encountering nice people on the internet is incredibly rare. And it's just so nice when it happens.
All right, Colin, best multiplayer game. You got this. Lock in. You know what it is.
I already said it.
What is it? Oh, well, yours was Call of Duty. Fuck.
It
Wrong
was
thing.
Call of Duty
Anyway,
and Titanfall.
Sam, those answers are wrong. Sam, go.
I feel like there's only one answer that I can give here.
Okay.
For me, it's got to be Final Fantasy 14.
I respect that answer, and I don't want to hear anything else. So, best soundtrack. Games that have a really good soundtrack. I'm going to go back to pointing at a game like Super Mario Sunshine. I have listened to the Super Mario Sunshine soundtrack quite a bit. It's really good. I'd say equally good are basically any of the Legend of Zelda soundtracks for
Absolutely,
games.
yeah.
I don't disagree.
The most iconic.
This might be a big swing, but because you've already mentioned the Legend of Zelda games, which I think have the most iconic soundtracks, I'm gonna go to something else that I really, really like. And again, this is a game you don't like, Devon. It's fine. It's whatever. The Minecraft soundtrack is so atmospheric. Like,
It is.
when I
It's
play
ambiance more than a soundtrack, you know?
there's music, there's but like if you will stop interrupting me and let me talk.
I hate
Like,
Minecraft.
Shut up, bitch.
when I play Minecraft, I'm making a story in my own head about a desolate post-apocalyptic world where you wake up, you walk for days with no signs of civilization. When you finally find people, they don't look like you, they don't speak your language, you can barely interact with them. And I think that, like, so much of the soundtrack has this desolate sadness to it, almost. It's very soft and gentle and calming, but it also adds to that sort of narrative that I'm building in my head, which is just what I do when I'm playing a sandbox that doesn't really innately have much of a story.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, sometimes I'll just open the Minecraft launcher to listen to the music.
It's not bad. It's okay. It's barely a soundtrack, in my opinion. I'm sure that people will tell me that I'm stupid for that and that it's clearly a soundtrack. But to me, it is more like ambiance noise, like you're saying, and the actual soundtrack are the little discs, and you don't even get those. You have to find.
I don't
Well,
feel
the
like
actual
arguing the
music.
semantics of what I think a soundtrack is.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I understand that I'm wrong. It's just that I don't. It's okay. I wouldn't call it the best, but that's just my opinion.
Well, you already said what I think is the best, so I went with
That's why you
something else.
agree with me for points. You still playing for points here? I'm taking points down.
I do
I
agree
gave
with
no
you.
points for Final Fantasy 14. None of those. No
Like,
points for that.
He gave no points for my best multiplayer.
Twilight
too, I already
Princess
know.
I put
Hyrule
Call of Duty
Field
on there.
is fucking hype. Twilight Princess running through Hyrule Field on your horse, that music is hype. I love
I think
it.
just the iconic Legend of Zelda default,
for sure,
music
for sure.
that they do, that do. Yeah, that is the best.
Yeah.
It's iconic. You recognize it instantly.
Exactly. That's peak. Do we have any other best soundtracks that are not Minecraft?
I do.
Go for it.
Again,
Wow me.
it's a tie. It's between Kenshi and Pokemon Gen 5 Black and White.
Mm,
Specifically, the I don't know if anyone saw this meme. The toothless dancing meme used Gen 5 music slightly
mm-hmm.
sped up. And
Yeah.
that meme made me giggle and laugh so much for no reason. And people were saying toothless music, and I was just raging looking at those comments going, that's Cerulean City. What do you mean toothless? That's Pokemon. But also
That's
Kenshi.
Pokemon.
Um, Kenshi is a one man developer. Him and his sister developed the music, all of the music for the game, and a lot of it is just like acoustic guitar and some drums. But there's a song called Fertile, and it's honestly my anytime I hear it come on in the background while I'm playing the game, I stop what I do and I vibe.
Mm, that's good. Sam, you got a favorite soundtrack? Best soundtrack?
I mean, the thing is, I actually find this category really hard. Less not because I don't have an answer, more because I'm spoiled for choice. So I think I'm going to go with a recent one, which is Claire Obscure. And the thing is, I don't even really like that game very much, but the soundtrack is immaculate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eh,
I think Baldur's Gate also has a very good soundtrack.
Yeah. It
Do,
does.
do,
Absolutely.
do, 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 do.
Down by
Yeah,
the
like
river. I
Yep.
have the
Down by
name
the
of the
River's peak.
song memorized.
A good
Yeah,
one.
it's peak. Well, they play it in like 15 different versions instead of other songs, so
And you
you
have to
just hear
listen
that.
to it the whole time you're making a character, which takes me forever.
Yeah,
It
so
is
that's a
yeah,
good one.
iconic.
It's a good one.
same. I've got so many mods in that game that it
Same. An
getting through
unreasonable
everything.
amount of mods.
Yeah.
You want to know what's worse is when you go through and you like it's I won't say I don't have a better word than cheese, but you cheese your way through a 4-party custom tab run where you like open the game instance multiple times to
Yep.
join your
Yep.
own lobby. So then you have to do it 4 times. You have to make an original character 4 times in a row. You're just like, oh, sheesh, Luis.
I've only done it with 2 tabs because, frankly, my computer can't handle opening more than 2 instances of Baldur's Gate. It almost couldn't handle 2, but I
Mm,
feel you there.
yeah, this is a good category. Might be
It's
a
a
hard
hard
as
one.
well. It depends. But favorite antagonist from a video game, somebody that you were like, this guy, or that you respected, the thing.
Uh,
Um,
I have one that pops up at the top of my head pretty
mm,
quickly. Horizon Zero Dawn. He was introduced in the DLC. He's Silas, modeled and voiced after the late Lance Riddick, R.I.P. My man. Uh,
mm,
he originally is introduced as someone that helps you and is your friend, and turns out his father's a guy's a piece of shit. And he fucks you over,
mm,
and he's a bad guy. And then the events of the first game immediately go into the events of the second, and he's essentially an antagonist for a third of the beginning of the second game.
mm.
And until a bigger bad comes around, he's like, "Oh, I'm in over my head. I'll help you out." But yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
he's a greatly written antagonist.
I That sounds good. That sounds good. I think I might have forgotten to give my answer for best multiplayer, so I will pair it in with my best antagonist. My best multiplayer. My initial answer might be something like Overwatch. I really like Overwatch as a game. I've played it for a while, but my true gut answer calls to me for some reason, and I don't know why. But like Destiny 1 was such a big game that I played so much of.
That's also a good one. Yeah.
Like so much, like there's so much teamwork and collaboration in that game, and you see other people in the tower, and you have dance parties, and it's just such a great time.
Hide and seek
And then
in the tower.
yeah, hide and seek, yeah, and then favorite antagonist bleeding into that a little bit is the guy from the final shape, the witness, with his fucking ghost head and his strangeness and his just absolute aura farming for no damn reason, and like shattering reality around him, and do the whole like I do a finger slice of the universe's cut type of thing. I really liked him as like a character, even though he was a little overrated and didn't get enough screen time and was a little too mysterious, not enough answers type of thing. But he was farming for no good reason.
In the same vein, Oryx was also a really good antagonist.
Oryx, yeah, Oryx. He was
the Taken
he was
King. Oh my god,
yeah.
such a good
Boy
antagonist.
he had such aura. Yeah, he's like, oh yeah. Oh, I'm in this mission. Oh, there's these weird spheres. That's weird. Oh, I can't damage them. And then ghost shit comes out. You're like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, it's good. Oryx was king. I mean, Crota too, it just does like, if you're doing the Crota raid, he'll point at you through the fucking glass. If you point at him, he'll give you the finger like, I'm gonna kill your ass when you get out here, just so you know. And then he would. And then he'd fucking stomp you with a sword attack. But favorite antagonists, Sam, Kara.
Okay, so this is going to be a little bit tough because I'm going to be talking about something that none of you have any idea about.
It's okay.
But
Maybe the internet might.
a game that I have really, really enjoyed is the Korean MMO Blade and Soul.
I know
and
of it.
I found the main villain in that game incredibly compelling. Her name is Jin Soyun, and she is at the beginning of the game, she is just this mysterious dark force that you know nothing about, and she is built up to be one of those evil for evil's sake antagonists. But as you progress through the game, you slowly start to learn more about her to discover that she is essentially a child who is hell-bent on revenge because the only person who ever cared about her was taken away from her, and she didn't have the worldly knowledge, the experiences, the coping skills to come to any other conclusion than that the world had to end for her pain. And she does end up getting a redemption arc later on. And it's I have a lot of emotional connection to the story of that game, and I found her to be a very compelling and interesting villain. Especially when you get to actually learn why she does the things she does.
Hell yeah.
Good answer. That's a good answer. Sam, you got a favorite antagonist?
I do. You're going to be annoyed with this answer because it's FF14 character, but Emmett
Oof.
Selk from Final Fantasy 14. No, it's good. He's good. He like Kara's character, very compelling, very morally gray. You start off with him being this mastermind to this plan because he lost his home world, essentially it got destroyed, and he thinks by destroying other planets that his homeworld will come back. And so he's committed countless genocides, but when you find out why he's doing what he's doing, you feel pretty bad for the guy because he's the last person, more or less, of his race that exists. And um, he also kind of goes through a renaissance and gets a bit of a redemption arc later on.
Redemption for my multiple genocides. Yes, of
Yeah.
course, of course. Remember all those planets that were there before? Well, I'm
Yep.
sorry.
I mean, Jin So-young just, killed all of the people that were keeping the chi in balance and basically doomed the world to chaos and darkness. But it's fine because you're the main character and you fix it.
It'll
Same
be
with
all right. It'll be
FF14.
all right. The last category that we're going to do for this episode, we'll have to do a part 2 sometime when I host again. Is going to be favorite protagonist, and I'll make this one easy for everybody, and I'll just go ahead and say Link. Link in all his many forms. Favorite protagonist of mine. I really have liked Link. I've got the blonde hair. He's got the blonde hair. I can hya. He can hya. I am Link. Link is me, and then that's all you really need to know. That's easy answer.
Interesting, because you don't seem like you're a blonde person.
He is
He is.
I'm actually very blonde. Yeah,
extremely.
blonde hair, blue eyes. Actually, peak. I'm peak.
I'm gonna go with Master Chief. I like Master Chief. I love Halo. I grew up with it. I grew old with it. Played it to death. I loved it. I hated it. But Master Chief has been that guy
Hit him with
since
the
day
Wonder
one.
Orders.
We don't talk about the Halo TV show, but Master Chief is that guy.
Gonna blow up the Covenant.
I'm gonna give them their bomb back.
I put a bomb in their ship. Talking about genocide. Huh? Wart. Favorite protagonists?
Unfortunately, this is actually a really hard question for me because I specifically seek out and generally enjoy most games where I create my own character. I
My
am
follow-up
usually
point was going to be
speaking.
you.
Oh,
Or like you/me. Like you play as yourself. You play as you. Like Tav.
yeah, like those are the kind of games that I seek out because oftentimes I am looking to flesh out an existing character of mine, create a new one, just give myself a space to think about them in a story setting. So that is often what I am doing when I am playing video games. So
Yeah.
So
a
you're playing
video game.
Selva, is what you're saying. Selva
Yeah.
is your favorite protagonist.
Yep,
I
Selva.
would
Right
I
now,
would
with Selva, it flip flops. The character I play switches. It's actually usually my character Avery, who is sort of a conniving fey creature.
currently it is Selva.
Currently, it is Selva. He's my hyperfixation OC.
I give you a point that I'll cover later, but it's it's a funny
Oh.
joke that I like. But we'll get to that here shortly. Sam, favorite protagonist. But yeah, I was gonna say the other answer other than Link would be playing as you or me. So like playing as the character is you or the character is me in terms of like you are the main character or you are making your own. You or me in the royal sense.
The royal we.
Royal us.
My favorite character is kind of from an obscure game. It's actually a visual novel. And in my opinion, it is the best work of fiction I've ever read, ever played. Yeah.
Gloucester.
Yeah. It's called The House in Fata Morgana. And the main character, Michelle, is heartbreaking, heroic, flawed, just has it all. And I love him so much that I actually got a tattoo of him on my upper arm.
Hell yeah.
Incorrect answer. The correct answer was Leon Kennedy. Let's fucking go. He's hot. He's cool. He kicks zombies. And he does
Man
one-liners.
with gun.
Sexy man with gun.
Sexy
That's the
man with
correct
little
answer.
fingerless gloves.
Yeah. You know it. I put a bomb in the zombie. Huh? All right, so that's going to be all for this one. We will have to do a part 2 at some point. Hopefully we bring Sam back whenever I host again and we see how that goes. So I'm going to tally the points. Now, if I didn't like your answer, I just didn't give you a point, but I didn't give you any minus points. I am biased, as all hosts are and should be. And obviously the guest can't win. So unfortunately, Sam, you have a -10. You're the guest's point. Just
Wow.
because we can't guarantee that you'll be here next time. So if you have too many points, you might suddenly lose 10 points for no reason. Hint, hint, you won't. So, in the order that I wrote them, Kara, you got an Among Us point.
Uh-huh.
You got a Toon Link point. You got a Mario World point. You got a Peak is Peak point. You got a Party Animals point. You got a Deep Child point for your deep thoughts about the child antagonist. And you got a You Are Me point from Rush Hour. I am you and he is me. No, who are you talking about? No, I'm you and you are me. No, so that reference. So that gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points.
Yay.
Sam, you got a Navigator point. You got a Final Fantasy not 14 point. You got a Mario Party point. You got a Balatro point. We do love Balatro. You got a Party Animals, also Party Animals point. And you got a That's Cute Sassy point. That's Cute point and a Sassy point. So that gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points as well.
Which maths
Hi.
out to -3. What the heck?
Hey.
You don't have that. You only get the -10 if you are going to win. Because we can't guarantee you'll be here.
Sure.
So, Colin, you got a Skyrim point, a Star Wars point.
Mhm.
You got a Super Mario 64 point. You got a Double Dash point. You got a Warframe point. You got a Call of Duty point. You got a Meme Actually point. You got a That's Pokemon point. You got a Destiny point. And you got an MC Master Chief point, giving you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points. Colin was on fire today.
Oh,
He's
Colin.
my best friend. His opinions align with mine for biasism, making Colin the winner of today's episode. Hooray!
Whoa.
Fanfare.
That means you have to host next
Colin.
time.
So yeah, Colin wins. He'll be hosting the next one. Thank you, Sam, for joining us for this episode, and thank you all for listening. Let me know if that episode hit you in the comments. Remember to check your AC, and we will catch you guys next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Say bye.